Our mission is to disrupt the animal agriculture and research industries. And thanks to your support, our second year was even more tenacious, more determined, and more impactful than the first. Legal advocacy lies at the heart of everything we do. Through courts, government agencies, and the power of the law, we're throwing a wrench in the gears of animal exploitation. In 2024, we let the agriculture industry know that they're not immune from criminal prosecution for animal cruelty. Our petition, asking the USDA to issue a policy letting prosecutors know they can prosecute farmed animal cruelty, gained support from some of the most influential prosecution and animal control associations in the country. We convinced a Wisconsin court to issue felony cruelty charges against a local slaughterhouse for breaking the tail of a steer during slaughter. We forced a Colorado prosecutor to justify his refusal to prosecute a slaughterhouse over the abuse of a lamb at slaughter. Our undercover investigation at a Pennsylvania auction house discovered shocking cruelty and neglect. We've asked the prosecutor to file 15 criminal charges. At a halal slaughterhouse, our investigation documented potential violations of ritual slaughter laws, unsanitary conditions, and workplace safety issues. Our complaint has already led multiple state and federal agencies to initiate investigations. In 2024, we also demanded transparency from government agencies and universities about their roles in animal exploitation. First, we took on the animal agriculture industry. We beat the FBI in court and forced it to release records showing a troubling escalation in tactics used to target animal rights activists. We exposed the USDA's failure to stop ongoing abuse in an Iowa pork plant through one of the largest media outlets in the country. We forced an Ohio State Highway Patrol to release records showing it whitewashed an investigation into animal abuse committed by a trooper at the scene of a piglet truck accident. We sued Colorado State University over its attempts to hide videos of research into cattle slaughter. We uncovered a Michigan Police Department's attempt to protect the pork industry from animal rights activists.
They get ready to start euthanizing, maybe I might have the guys just shut this right off.
Just so nobody sees it.
Yeah, because when they start dragging them out of there, they love those pictures.
Yeah.
How brutal it is, and blah, 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 blah.
These guys are going to slaughter anyway.
Yeah, they don't matter.
Yeah.
We exposed cruel depopulation experiments conducted at Ohio State University and brutal dehorning research conducted at the University of Minnesota St. Paul. We pulled back the curtain on the catastrophic fire at South Fork Dairy in Texas that killed over 17,000 cows.
There ain't no saving those cows.
Yeah. I mean,
Man, that's terrible.
there's people that are unaccounted for. That's our priority right now.
1,000 cows.
Yeah.
We also demanded transparency from the animal research industry. We sat across the table from animal researchers to give voices to animals as a part of a legislative task force focused on transparency in animal research at public universities in Virginia. We went to court in New York against SUNY Downstate and obtained hundreds of pages of records showing the animals kept for research, including primates, suffered due to poor veterinary practices and internal squabbling. We partnered with Rise for Animals to expose brutal traumatic brain injury experiments at the University of Georgia, where piglets were bashed in the skull and forced to walk before a camera, and similar experiments on mice at Florida State University, senseless mousetrap experiments conducted by the USDA, and addiction experiments at the University of Connecticut. In 2024, we also challenged the animal agriculture industry over its efforts to deceive consumers. We filed a complaint with the Federal Trade Commission against country singer Luke Bryan for misrepresenting the treatment of pigs in the pork industry, and the country music world took notice. We forced one of the top 25 pork producers in the United States to remove misleading animal welfare language from its website. In December, we filed an advertising challenge against one of the largest meat certification programs in the country. We supported grassroots activists by providing guidance and strategies on public records requests and found ways to challenge businesses engaged in cruelty.
Now, Animal Partisan.
Our work was covered in local, national, and international news, ultimately being featured in 31 news stories across 2024. In 2024, we continued our work building the next generation of attorneys fighting for animals through the legal system. We mentored, supervised, and provided opportunities for 71 law students and attorneys through internships and pro bono engagements, including partnerships with student groups at 5 law schools: Cal Berkeley, Stanford, Penn, Cal Irvine, and Colorado, and presented to scores of students at many others, including the University of Texas, the University of Oklahoma, Lewis and Clark Law School, Vermont Law and Graduate School, and more. All of this was possible thanks to supporters like you, who donated, provided pro bono legal support, offered encouragement, and helped in so many other ways. We thank you. In 2025, we'll fight even harder for animals suffering in agriculture and research. Together, we'll challenge the systems that exploit animals and demand justice on their behalf.